Yeah, I haven't seen this, but it looks really interesting.
Yeah,
Alan, tell me about Crumb Catcher.
Okay, so it's in theaters now. It's produced by Larry Fassenden. Um, he produces it. He's not in that's his involvement with the film. But Larry, he supports up and coming indie film and horror, indie sci-fi and horror filmmakers, and this falls right into that. It's the story of a newlywed couple, Shane and Leah, played by Rigo Garay and Ella Ray Peck. They're just about to get married, but right off the bat in their marriage, things are kind of getting rocky. Ella is a publisher, and Shane he has a story about his father that he's been writing about his immigrant father who's come upon troubled times, and he is now thinking that maybe getting his father's story out there is not a good thing, and this causes some conflict between the two newlyweds. Leah is also very rich, and so they go out into the woods to their palatial cabin in the woods of her parents. While they are preparing to leave, Shane is approached by John, who has a business proposal, and John says, "Well, okay, I'll present it to Leah, and we'll see what we can do." And so while on the honeymoon, John and his girlfriend Rose show up in the middle of the night. Posing as having delivered their wedding cake for them to freeze, and this is so things start to happen. What appears to be a home invasion angle turns out to be this kind of sinister pitch, Shark Tank type pitch. In fact, it's for a crumb catcher. You can see in the poster there that red device back there. You set it on the table. You open it up and you sweep crumbs into it.
I have a crummer.
A crummer?
If you have worked restaurants, you know what a crummer is. It's this thing you take and you actually collect the crumbs off the table into your hand using a special. It looks like a knife, but it's a crummer.
Yes. So I'll say this: this movie is essentially a home invasion movie, but a very subtle home invasion movie. What I like about this movie, and again, we are Film Threat. We are here for independent films, and they just don't have the budget to create a full-on thriller. And so, what a lot of indie films tend to be are these experimentations in humanity, in how people relate and react to one another. And what I like about this movie is you have four characters, all with conflicting wants, and the Crumb Catcher here is kind of the catalyst of setting everyone against each other. For example, Shane, he is second guessing his marriage to Leah. He is also doesn't want to expose the story of his father. Leah loves Shane, but she put her career and her reputation out there to get this story told. What we also find out is Shane and John are in cahoots with one another. Now, John, his need is he needs this crumb catcher. He needs investors,
right?
And he's going to extreme measures to get investors, and that's kind of where they're in cahoots. Rose, on the other hand, just needs money, and she needs money fast. And when you get all these conflicting wants in the same room, and in a tense home invasion situation, things begin to ramp up quickly and then unravel even more quickly. And certain things happen in this movie that just sets the wheels ablaze. I recommend this movie. I like the fact that it's in movie theaters. It's a very independent film, so you got to have that lens going in that you're not going to get a lot of gunplay, a lot of it does get violent, but it's a low budget indie, and I'm just glad to see a low budget indie in the theaters, one that's worth watching.
Well, Alan, you convinced me. You didn't convince me with Twisters, but you convinced me to check this out.
Yeah.